Hi, everyone. This training is going to cover the rank of Senior Team Builder on our Color Street new enhanced compensation plan, which is effective April 1st of 2022. And we're going to go over what you need to achieve this rank, as well as what you can earn at this level. Before we get started, please take a look at our earnings statement, which includes our income disclosure statement as well. And, if you need to pause, take a picture, screenshot, go for it. Next, let's talk about our key terms. Okay, you guys know all about personal volume and group volume by now, I feel confident. However, this is the first level in our compensation plan where our capped group volume rule comes into play. And what this rule basically says is that no more than half of your required volume can come from any one leg. So we'll go over what that means on the next slide. But it does start at the Senior Team Builder rank. And I know an unfamiliar rule can sound really scary, but this rule actually makes a lot of sense. And I think once we break it down, it won't be as overwhelming as it is when you maybe first don't understand the language of it. I know it took me a while to wrap my head around what it meant. So let's take a look. On this one slide, we see pretty much everything. So I'm going to isolate each area and so we don't get too distracted. But this overall slide is going to show you what you need, how it could look in its most simplistic form, and what you earn as well. And then we also have this clever checkbox. So if you guys wanted to print slides and check things off as you go. As you know, in the Team Fancy Fingers page, we also have some printable slides, rank maps that you could use as well, so that you could actually fill in your team members as they earn these levels. So let's get into it. Senior Team Builder, what do you need? Again, same as all the other levels, you need at least 300 in PV or higher. You need 2 senior stylist legs or higher. If you need to, you could certainly take a break, go back to the senior stylist video and take a look at what your 2 legs will need, but it's pretty straightforward and we have it, laid out here in an example. Because again, senior stylists need 700 or more in GV and at least 300 or more in PV, and they can do the full 700 themselves, or they can do it together with a team. So if you need a refresher on that, I encourage you to go back and check that video. But anyway, so this level is the first level that requires 2 separate legs. As you can see, it's a little bit of a jump up from our previous rank of team builder. And this level requires 3,250 in capped group volume. So what does this mean? Well, capped is basically saying that this leg couldn't do like $10,000 and now, just because you have one other senior style, or, just because you have other legs, basically what it means is no one leg can do all of the volume. They can do as much volume as they want. Let's say this is your capped leg. This is your strongest leg. No one leg can do all of the volume. So they can do as much as they want. If they do $10,000, fine. But you can only count as much from them as you're doing outside of them combined with your own volume. Okay, so there's a million different examples we could get into, but I'm going to try to keep it simple. If you were selling $1,000 personally and you had no other legs, and this leg was selling $10,000, you would not be able to achieve the level of senior team builder because you didn't have a second senior stylist leg, and your $1,000 combined with their $10,000, you could only match your $1,000. So your 1,000 here, you could take 1,000 from them, but together your cap volume would only be 2,000. Okay. So the only way this works is if, you have at least 2 senior stylist legs and you have a little bit of balance there. So I'm going to pull out my math. So $3,250 divided by 2 is $1,625. So what this means is that if you have 2 senior stylist or above legs, and you personally are selling 300 or more PV, you will achieve the rank of senior team builder as long as your strongest leg is doing 1625 or more, and you combined with all of the other legs as far wide or deep as they go are doing an additional 1,625 PV or GV, I should say. Combined PV would be the GV. So as you can see, it's a little bit confusing, but you're never going to be held back by a very, very strong leg. You just can only match their volume outside of here. All right. So if you need help understanding capped, we are going to put up a capped group volume video that just further breaks down examples of what would or wouldn't count or how we calculate things. It is a little difficult to show in a slide like this because I can't just insert different, monetary values to show you examples, which gets a little confusing. But basically, as long as you and all the other legs are doing 1625 or more, and your senior stylist leg is doing 1625 or more, you're good. Another way you could do that is if, let's say all of your legs are fairly balanced. We always talk about capped as if everybody has it. Not everybody has capped group volume because they might have a really balanced team. So let's say you had 5 level 1s and 0 level 2s for this example. If each one of those 5 legs was selling, let's say $1,000 a piece, and you were selling 300 or more, senior team builder. Okay, because if each leg was equally selling $1,000 and you had 5 legs, you would have 5,000 down here in capped group volume combined with whatever you do. So if you did 300, you would have 5,300 in capped group volume because no one leg is doing more than half of the required group volume for a calendar month. Okay, so this only goes into effect when one strong leg is doing more than half of the required group volume for the calendar month, and you combined with the other legs have not achieved 50% or more of that volume. The rule is basically in place so that you can't enroll one remarkable builder and have no balance at all and continue to promote all the way up. This rule comes into place to help us start creating more balance outside of our strongest leg. So I know it is a little confusing. I'm happy to map it out other ways if you still have questions. And as you can see, a senior team builder earns 7% on the personal volumes of their level 1 stylists, and then 4% on the volume of their level 2 stylists if they have any. Now, again, some of you might be looking at this very simplistic example. This is showing you the bare minimum of what you need in order to achieve this level of senior team builder. But most of the time, it's not a perfect world. Most of the time, by the time someone achieves this level, they likely would have more going on, more than 2 level 1 legs. So this is to reward growth. This rewards going above the bare minimum requirement because, as you can see, you don't have to have a level 2 in order to achieve this rank. But if you do, you would earn 4% on level 2. So there's an incentive to do so, but it is not a requirement because, again, a senior stylist could be one person selling 700 or more, or someone selling that combined with their team. So it's like learning a foreign language. And I know it probably makes your head spin sometimes. It makes mine spin as well. So you're not alone. But the more you map this out and see it in practice, the more it will be, easy to understand, and you'll become fluent in the language of not only compensation plans, but capped group volume and all of these things. It's really not scary. It's not intended to hold you back. It's intended to promote leaders who are balanced in some way. So I want to leave you with one final example of capped group volume. Okay. Let's say you were personally selling $1,000 and this leg one was personally selling $1,000. And this leg here personally was selling $10,000. All right. Let's just use that for an example. I want to help you understand it. Your total GV, uncapped, just your GV, your regular group volume, would be 10 plus 1 plus 1, so $12,000. However, your capped group volume in this example would be $4,000 because you would take 1 plus 1, so $2,000 outside of the strongest leg. And then even though this leg has 10,000, we could only count 2,000 of it to match our volume out here. All right. So in that scenario, 1,000 by you, 1,000 by leg one, 10,000 by leg two, you have a total capped group volume of 4,000. So I hope that makes it a little easier to understand. Next, senior team builder is also part of our rank promotion bonuses. You will earn a $300 US or $385 Canadian dollar cash bonus. When you earn this level, the difference of heading into these 3 levels is that in order to be paid this rank promotion bonus, you will need to earn the rank 2 consecutive months. So 2 months in a row. It does not have a time limit. So you do not have to earn this like within your first year of business or anything like that. And it is not a transition bonus. It is a permanent part of our new compensation plan. So I'd like to give you an example, as you can see here. So if you promoted to, let's say senior team builder in January, because that's the rank we're covering. And then in February, you were paid as a team builder over here. So you did it 1 month in a row, but not 2. That's okay. You didn't lose it. You just keep going and try again. And then if in March and April, like this example says, you were to hit senior team builder 2 months in a row, then you will earn the one-time $300 US cash bonus. Okay. So even if you hit it once and you fall back, it's okay. Whenever you get, back to the senior team builder level and you're able to achieve it 2 months in a row, you will earn that cash bonus. So here we go one more time. At this level, I encourage you all to print a rank map and fill it out with your own team member, like with your, including your team members written down to see what you have, what you need, and to help you start getting a visual for how we calculate these extra level bonuses as you're growing your team. Level bonuses, generation bonuses, which will come in the next 2 ranks or so in this compensation plan, or 3 ranks, I believe. So whenever, between the level bonuses, generation bonuses, and other bonuses that are built into our compensation plan, those things combined are really intended to pay you as a leader for the time you spend supporting your team, training them, helping them to grow in their goals, et cetera, et cetera. So thanks for spending some time with me. If you have any questions about anything I've covered today, please let me know. I will try to drop a capped group volume video soon so you can reference back to that as well. And otherwise, I will see you all soon. Thank you.